African woman, confident woman, a special woman, beautiful woman. I cannot deny African women, they strong. She's on fire. She's a blessing from above. A cultural woman. She is a royal woman. A loving and caring mother. Hey, Mama Africa. She did for Zambia. She did for Zimbabwe. She did for Senegal. Mama Africa. Like it's beautiful, so beautiful, so adorable, you know. For the beauty to behold. Black is beautiful, black is beautiful, so adorable, you know. For the beauty to behold. African woman, confident woman, a special woman, beautiful woman. I'm loving her vibing. Beautiful woman, she is enticing. She is enticing. Strong African woman, hey, she is a full package. Very special woman, a special kind of body with a heavy package. Liberia, Rwanda, Nigeria, Uganda, Africa, Mama Africa, Tanzania, Madagascar, Kenya, South Africa, Ethiopia, Namibia. We not forget Algeria, Ghana, Somalia, Angola.
Yeah, we'll share the video for us.
Beautiful, so beautiful, so adorable, you know. What a beauty to behold. Black is beautiful, black is beautiful, so adorable, you know. What a beauty to behold. African woman, confident woman, a special woman, beautiful woman. Just dance mixes. African woman.
Yeah, I have to share in group, so share it for us so we can share enough. And then we'll just come and start talking.
I cannot deny African women, they strong. She's on fire. She's a blessing from above. A cultural woman. She is a loyal woman. A loving and caring mother. Hey, Mama Africa. She did for Zambia. She did for Zimbabwe. She did for Senegal. Mama Africa. Black is beautiful, so beautiful, so adorable, you know. What a beauty to behold. Black is beautiful, black is beautiful, so adorable, you know. What a beauty to behold. African woman, confident woman, a special woman, beautiful woman. I'm loving her vibing. Beautiful woman, she is enticing. She is enticing. Strong African woman, hey, she is a full package. Very special woman, a special kind of body with a heavy package. Liberia, Rwanda, Nigeria, Uganda, Africa, Mama Africa, Tanzania, Madagascar, Kenya, South Africa, Ethiopia, Namibia. We not forget Algeria, Ghana, Somalia, Angola. Black is beautiful, so beautiful, so adorable, you know. What a beauty to behold. Black is beautiful, black is beautiful, so adorable, you know. What a beauty to
So I did my part, finish sharing it. You do your part, do your friends when they hear partial information, you know, knowledge and good wisdom. All right. Welcome to Split Talk, the Ninth Generation. This platform is made for Lawani women to come here and give information on social issue. Sometimes we go political, sometimes we go gospel. It just depends on what God, the direction God has for us for the day. My name is Grace Goa. I am the president of Liberian Women Advocacy Network International. And I would like to welcome you on the platform. Today, our discussion will be on the manna that came from heaven. So we're talking about the manna. We're explaining in the social life. We're also explaining it on the political side and in our individual lives. So that's what we'll be talking about today. Before I bring Inferior in to introduce herself, I'd just like to say my condolences to all the people that are losing family members in Liberia. There's a lot of death going on because of the Delta variant of the COVID-19, the coronavirus pandemic. And we see a lot of our friends and families are there dying. Today alone, I got 3 death messages from Liberia or people that I know. So it's very sad, to see what our country going through. I would like to encourage us to continue to keep our family members in prayer. Faith with us all work is dead. So if you're praying for your family member, you have to do the work. Call them, teach them how to social distance, use sanitizer, wash your hands, wear your mask, take all the preventive measures, and then you pray. And then God will hear your prayer. If you're coming.
Good evening. My name is Vera Added, the Vice President for Liberian Women Advocacy Network International. Thanks for tuning in to listen to us. Thanks for supporting us. Thanks for sharing the video. We appreciate you and we appreciate your viewership. And like Grace said, we extend our condolences to all of the families that are grieving the loss of a loved one, whether it's in America or it's outside of America. We extend our sincere condolences to you and continue to speak to your family members, especially back in Liberia, about how to properly sanitize, because even though some of them are sanitizing, but they're not doing the right way. Some of them are wearing the mask. They're not even wearing the mask properly. I see a lot of them put it just over the mouth and they don't cover the nose. And as for Lawani, we had to have our staff stay at home for the next 2 weeks until we can see how the situation is getting under control in Liberia. So our office staff is home and we're sending them updates, and we also are keeping in touch with them and reminding them constantly to social distance, to sanitize properly, and to stay away from crowds. If they don't have to be out for anything, then they don't have to be out. We're also telling them to make sure they have enough food, enough water, just in case of lockdown and they cannot get outside or they cannot get to the market. So that they have to make sure that they are comfortable at home. So that is where we stand. Thank you for listening to us.
Yeah. So continue to, talk to your family members, make sure you're in contact with them. We on this side of the world, we got more information. So just don't call them and just cry and talk about the death. Oh, the other person died because, like grandpa, we famous in that. You call, you talk about the death, you cry, and all that kind of stuff. But then you start to miss the mark. When I mean you start to miss the mark, in that you're not giving them the proper information to prevent them from contacting the virus. So you want to make sure, even if you have to call on a daily basis, instead of you calling and crying about people who not die, call them. You can cry and mourn together, but you can also continue to encourage them to stay home. Just how we did in 2020, we stayed home. I never went outside after my work was brought at home. After we started to do, we started working from home, I did not go outside for 4 months. I was within my home. I just did not go out. I once in a while, maybe I went to the grocery store, very covered, my head and everything. And then most of the time, because my husband was going out, so he was able to buy stuff for us a lot. But I stay home all the time and kept my children home. So and you can encourage your family members to do the same, because Liberians, we like to take things for granted. Once it's not happening to us, we say, oh, well, it's important that man died. So, but it can't happen to me. So you always got to continue encouraging your people to stay home. Coronavirus can be beaten. I know it because I know somebody who was close to me, and the 89 years old, they got coronavirus here in the States. It was hard. They went to the emergency room. They had the oxygen. They used everything, and we were pressing on, we were praying, and they were able to beat coronavirus, 89 years old. So, and I mean, it was bad, but they came out of it, and so it can be cured. It's just that You have to be the one to be able to make sure your family member is in that kind of state of mind to be able to make sure they prevent themselves just in case they get it. What they can do to actually help them in the process. Okay, so today we'll be talking about manner. If you on here, we want to welcome Pauline Maximo. We also want to welcome Karen Taylor. Karen, welcome. I show you in Liberia because the last time I checked, you were in Liberia. Welcome, sir. We hope you keep yourself safe and well in Liberia. We pray for you. We're talking our topic today is about manna. Let me give you a little history about manna. You know, manna back in the day is in the Bible. They talk about the Israelites when they came from Egypt, and God was taking them to the promised land. You know, everything was just like rough, and because they came from Egypt, they were used to slavery. They were used to slavery, and when you're used to being bound. Even when in the day of America here in Martin Luther King days, when he was trying to advocate for black people to have rights, because the black people were used to slavery, they did not understand what Martin Luther King was doing to save us, for us to have their rights, to do things and everything as the other races. So when Martin Luther King was doing it, they had black people against him. Some of them wanted to kill him because they say, you know what, we the people ain't keeping on the plantation anymore. We can get jobs now. We can go to the grocery store. Although we have to sit behind the bus, we have to wait for the white people to finish, but at least we can go in the grocery store. Back in the day, we didn't used to go in the grocery store. So at least we can go there now. So what did Martin Barton he doing? He can make sport things for us so that people can be mad with us and tell us that we shouldn't have right again to sit down in the back of the bus. We must start walking. We kill Martin. They started to try to kill him. But he was advocating because he knew, and he had kids. So he was advocating for the war. He was advocating for black people, but he was advocating for his children because they were his children. He born those children. They were in the house with him. So he said, what I went through in my lifetime, I do not want my kids to go through that. So he was advocating for his kids as well. So his advocacy was for the world over, but it was for his family. And his family came first to him. So I brought that part with Martin Luther King because he was denied by his own black people. Some of them hated him because he was advocating for them. Now, when it comes to the manner, the Israelites in the Bible, they did not trust God. They did not trust God. All the way he took them from Egypt, they went through the Red Sea. I mean, for you to stand in front of a sea and the sea part and open for you, you see dry ground, you walk on it, and God saved you to walk through it. But as human beings in the flesh, they still did not believe God. So when he took them into a certain land and he told them that they were hungry, complaining, to Moses that they wanted to eat. Oh, but we're in Egypt. At least we used to keep our cassava red. In the morning, we used to warm it. We eat it. We have food. We used to warm our cold red. Although the people were beating us, sometimes they never used to get us clean water, but at least we used to have dirty water. We used to drink it. Then man, he said he taking all yours. You say your God taking us out of the suffering from slavery. He carrying us to the promised land. We hungry. So Moses started to pray to God to provide food, and God provided the manna. So that's why we're talking about rotten manna today. The manna that came from heaven when God told the people to eat that manna. And he told them, he gave them specific instructions, say, when the manna comes down from heaven, you should eat the manna. Do not keep any. The one that leave on the ground, leave it there. The next day, I will bring fresh manna from heaven for you to be able to eat that fresh manna. They still did not believe in God. They still did not believe in God like Liberians. God provide food for us. Before I was seeing myself discussing it with Mr. Adito, God provide food for us. We still said, no, we don't keep the toboggi for correct toboggi. We want to eat all the red out there. We say we'll keep the red in the morning so we can warm it. But we're not even believing in God that he provided toboggi yesterday. Tomorrow he will provide somebody. He said, just don't worry about anything. We said no. Just how the Israelites said no. God told them to leave that manna. When they finish eating it, they go to bed in the morning. You will see fresh manna. Some of them started packing it. They started packing it. They started storing it. In the morning when they get out, the manna rotting. They can't eat it. So why did you store it? Because you did not believe. You set your goal. For Christians will say you do not believe in God. For the worded people will say you set your goal. You say, I have a plan. But you still do not believe your plan because you are stuck in what you used to. So you cannot move forward. You are stuck in, and that's the reason why you choose the wrong government for our country. That's the reason why you choose the wrong goals for your children, because you stuck in. Oh yeah, that one I used to. You don't know how to move forward. You don't know how to move forward. God said, I will send the manna for them to eat. Y'all just leave it. The only time y'all should keep the manna is on the Sabbath, which is Saturday. That day, I will not do anything because that day is supposed to be holy. So God said, on the Sabbath, the manna that I will send, y'all gonna eat it. Y'all keep on Friday, y'all gonna eat that manna. And then on Saturday, on the Sabbath, there will be no work. I will not send you manna. Y'all keep the manna for Saturday. But Sunday, there will be fresh manna. Every day after y'all throw the manna away, the human beings said no. They started to pack the manna because they're stuck in the same place. You make your goal, you are stuck. You see the thing, you say, I want to accomplish this. But because you are used to being in a certain position, you are afraid to move forward with your life. You are afraid. I want to go to school. You want to go to college, but then you are afraid to even take the entrance or go and put in the application because you are stuck. You don't have no ability to move forward because of the way your mind is going. You have no confidence in yourself because you don't believe in yourself. Christians do not believe. They say, oh, Jesus coming. Like people can pray. But for them, for time for them to believe that God will make sure everything go away, they don't want to believe it. Where you can come in.
Yes, we're talking about rotten manna, like Grace said. And rotten manna is it's a dangerous thing to consume, and it's a dangerous place to be because even though it's manna and it's food, it can also be applied to a circumstance. It can also be applied to a situation. So yesterday's manna is not for today, and today's manna is not for tomorrow. You have to have fresh manna every day, meaning that you have to have a fresh outlook on life every day. Every day you get up in the morning and God give you breath, that's fresh manna. You have to look towards what is current in that moment. And the problem we as human beings have, we don't trust God. Like Grace said, when the children of Israel were going through the transition, when God was taking them through the transition, and God said to them, I'm going to provide you fresh manna every day and eat as much as you can eat. I don't want you to store any because the next day I'm going to rain down new manna for you to eat. Because of their unbelief, because of their own stubbornness, because they're so used to being treated bad, they're already so used to keeping food from Egypt left over. Like Grace was saying, you gotta warm the cold rice in the morning, make sure it make crust, like we Liberian people can do, especially palm butter and cassava leaf. Those two food in Liberia, those two meals. I think the next one to eat is potato greens. People like to keep those foods, and in the morning they warm it. Not when they just warm it and eat it, but they will warm it and make sure it make crust, that it is crusted. Then they will scrape all the crust and eat it. They say that it is the sweetest thing ever. Leftover food is so sweet, but is leftover food good for you? That's the question. Is rotten manna good for you? Is looking back in the past good for you? You're supposed, our eyes are before us and we're supposed to be looking forward. But we as human beings, we have a tendency of always looking backwards. We're always looking backwards to the former situations that were in the former glory we had, the former houses we had, the former house girls and house boys we had, the former maids we had, how we were doing so well. Well, like us, most of all, like us Liberians will always say, "Oh, normal days were way better than today." That's rotten manner, because the situation we experience during normal days, we cannot take all the experiences and apply it to the situation that we live in now. Looking back and yearning for the situation that we were in the past is holding on to rotten manner. And God is saying that I don't want you to hold on to rotten manna. I want you to trust me for new manna. Every morning I'm going to feed you. There is a scripture in the Bible that talks about you cannot do anything within your own human strength. There's nothing you can do about tomorrow. Live for today, enjoy today, and let God handle tomorrow, because you don't even know what tomorrow is going to bring. So if we don't know what tomorrow is going to bring, why are we holding on to yesterday? because tomorrow could bring something better than yesterday. But because we are so familiar with yesterday, we are so comfortable with yesterday, the things of yesterday makes up put us at peace somehow. And that is why Liberia finds itself in this political situation is in they're in right now, that the country is in right now. Because we look back in the past and we look at an individual past glory. We look at that individual manner that he had, that he ate in the past, and we took the leftover manner, the rotten manner, and tried to bring it into the 21st century, into our current situation. And because of that, we are dying, because that's what happened to the children in the wilderness, the children of Israel. When they disobeyed God and they started stirring up the manna and God would make it right, they started to die. They started to murmur. They started to do all kinds of things. And they started to die in the process. And when we look at our current situation in Liberia right now, it kind of correlates. Rotten manna. We as Liberians, we believe in past glory. We believe in taking our past glory experiences and bringing it now into the current situation that we are facing, and try to feed it to our brothers and sisters. The tactics of yesterday's, the experiences of yesterday, we cannot use it for today because we are living in a different time. We are living in a different season. So people, we have to look up to God. We have to open our eyes and we have to look up for fresh manna. Most of us here, 2023 is coming for election. And we see here on the Blue app, a lot of the information, a lot of the food that is being fed to our brothers and sisters is all rotten manna. It's not fresh manna. It's all rotten things. We're using rotten tactics. We're using the same old past topics, the same old past experiences. You hear people talking about, oh, that the other person, they probably, they want we got, they want to see it right now, and I see it Ellington. Rotten manna. Rotten manna. The hunger we feel right now, we never feel it Ellington. Rotten manna.
Exactly. So since you never felt it Ellington, what are you doing
If
to change that? What are you doing about that? Nostalgia, that's what we were just talking about. We comfortable about the past glory, the past victory. You know, one of my family member one time was sitting down, was talking, and he told me, he said, Grace, talking normal days, these people didn't say normal day. And sometimes I'm guilty of saying that. But people will come to know that from normal day. And the things that we used to do, I mean, the way we used to carry ourselves normal day, the things that we have. So what are you doing for your things that you have to for you to have more than what you had normal days? Why are you sinking into the past? Because you cannot come out of the past. So your future is not going to be bright because of that. And that's what happened to the children of Israel. They wanted to keep, they wanted to hold on to that stuff that God gave them. But God said, no, you don't have to hold on to that. That's the past. Tomorrow I'm going to bring a fresh new stuff for you to have to use and eat. They said no, and they were killing themselves, dying because they did not follow direction. That parents are stuck in the past. We are so stuck in the past until we voted a footballer as president because he, oh yes, he put Liberia on the map. He did it. He was the first person to go on the show with Denzel Washington. And the people got in mind. And they got their heart to stay on Facebook or set on Facebook or dance on Facebook on this kind of information that, oh yeah, the man, he was a football player, he played, he put Liberia on the map, so he deserved to be president. Rotten manner. They stuck on the past. He played football, he put Liberia on the map. So what moving forward? What else? What is the future holding? What has he done in the future to worry him the kind of position that you gave him? Rotten manner, and now the country is in a store situation because of this. Because Liberian people cannot let go and look at the better future and bring people who has the change to give to Liberia. They're so stuck in the past. They refuse to move forward. They're looking at the tunnel. They're in the tunnel, they're looking at it, but they're not even looking at the end that there's a bright future there. So I'm not looking on the side of me. We're pushing, we're moving forward for things to be better in our country. Now, because of that, Liberians are not dying today because there was no plan, rotten manner. They did not plan. There was no plan put in place that, okay, coronavirus is killing people in the world. The greatest country in the world, which is America, suffer coronavirus deadly, and people die. What are we going to put in place that when this thing is about to hit, that we will not suffer? Because the people we watching international TV and the people showing us what they can do, how they could have stopped this thing, they're showing us the mistake they made. So we will have to learn from that mistake, and now we prepare ourselves. No preparedness. What is the preparedness? We're gonna prepare ourselves so when this thing about to go and come, whatsoever we'll be doing, then we will be prepared to be able to handle it. Because other people experience it, it's to our advantage now that it will not come to our country and hit so hard, but we did not prepare because the wrong set of people are in place, are in position that they don't have the capacity, the capability to learn how to prepare. Rotten manner, because we held on to old stories and old victory to put a person in a seat. I have nothing against Josh. This is just the truth. We held on to all victory, nostalgia. We held on to all victory. We held on to living in the past and bringing glorification on a person who had a success in the past. And we wanted to give him the country, and we knew he did not have the mindset or the willpower to carry on this thing. He does not have, because for you to be a person of a country, there's a lot of things that involve into it. And you put this man in a position, and now Liberians are dying by the day because of that. No plan. The people that are in place to do the planning and to do the preparedness, they are not even equipped to do it. They are not equipped in the intelligence. They are not equipped with physical equipments. They don't have none of that because the wrong people are sitting there. If the right people were there, if we were moving forward, going to the future, if we were not stuck in the past and we're moving forward, going to the future, the right people will have been placed and everything was going to be put in place. And people wouldn't have to die like this. So that's why we talk about rotten manner. How are we so stuck in the past? Oh, you see, Mary, yeah, well, those people that were the people of the yesterday, when they used to do this and this and that, and right there, we stuck into that. But what have Mary accomplished in the future? Where is she going to? What goals are you see her playing? And what push are you see her? Have you seen her pushing toward what she's supposed to accomplish for her own life and for the cause that she preached about? And that's rotten manner. Name brand. We sit down as soon as they call the person. Oh, Johnson. Oh, that man. Yeah, well, back in the day, that man, he was did it one of the people. You see the man, it doesn't that we stuck into the past, so we cannot give the right people a chance to move our country forward because we so stuck on names and we so stuck on. Oh yeah, the person was there. They didn't want did this and didn't want did that. But do you know whether they have the capacity to do this now? Why are you talking to that position? And that's the rotten manner we talking about. We cannot, we as Christians, we don't know how to trust in God to move our lives forward. And if you are not Christian, you don't know how to set your goal and to push your goal for you to push towards what you want to accomplish in your lifetime. Our sister Musu Stewart, she said something today. I will listen to her. I usually listen to Musu. She's very, very brilliant. And she said, Proverbs chapter 3, verse 27. She said, what if you have knowledge and you cannot share it? You're not giving the information. The Bible said we should give the information. The Bible said we should give the information. That thing inspired me so much that I felt that coming here is not a waste of time because some people getting the message, or a lot of people in my inbox flowing when we gather here, they're asking questions. So we give the message and we give it raw. We have to give the message for our people to learn, for the next generation that coming, for their mind to change, because the rotten manner is in Liberia, is sitting there. I mean, we are stuck. We are stuck. Oh yeah, boss man, then coming. Oh, and somebody told me when I went to Liberia, oh, those people then you got to treat them that way because they got to look at you as boss, for them to respect you, because or not they will start to act that kind of way to you and I let it they damn frisky on you. I said, no, I don't have to treat them that way because I'm a boss for myself. And in his own right, that person you're treating that way is a boss on himself. Because you see that man going, he's your driver, but he also has a home and he has a wife and he got some children that look up to him, that respect him. And only if he could see himself that way, because we press one another down. So people not even able to see themselves in the light that they're supposed to see themselves in. And that's rotten manner. If we only can open up for our other people to be able to open up and everybody could see the light together and we could change, make a change together, Whether somebody were in the market, they could make the change as well. But you're not going to put them in a capacity that they don't deserve because you want them to be on your side. And that's the destruction that we have in Liberia today. Fred, you want to come in?
Yeah, you talk about all victories, and that's what's happening in Liberia. All victories, all rhetoric, all experiences. Yeah, sorry, call keep coming. I put this thing on do not disturb. I'm on the phone or echo. But anyway, sorry to the audience. We talk about all rhetorics, all victory, all experiences, and that's what got Liberia in trouble. And come to think about it, you know, in the story of King David, it's the same old victory. They relying on all victories, and all praises and all experiences got David into trouble. When King David was supposed to go on the battlefront, when they were going to war and he should have been on the battlefront, he did not go on the battlefront because he felt like in the past he had won so many battles, and the women during those days in the Bible had given him so much praises. And it says Saul slayed 1,000 and but David slayed 10,000. He felt like he had arrived. I'm David. I slayed 10,000. What can't I do? So David thought that he had arrived. When it was time for battle, he felt like he did not have to go on the battlefront. But guess what? The day that he was supposed to be present on the battlefront fighting, he decided to stay home and eat rotten manna. He decided to stay home and bask in all victory. He decided to stay home and celebrate all praises, celebrate all experiences, bask in it. And that's how come he fell into sin, because he decided to eat rotten manna that day. He forgot that those praises, those battles, those victories, and those experiences were in the past. It was for that time. It was not for this present time when he had to be on it. When it was important that he be on the battlefront, he did not go because he felt like he was there. He had arrived. He stayed home, and guess what happened? He decided to go up top on the roof of his palace. On the top of the roof of his palace, now what he go see? He go see naked woman. He see naked woman now. War business not on his mind. He go follow the people's wife to the point that he end up killing Uriah on the battlefront. He had meant to kill Uriah on the battlefront because you know what? His eyes, because he decided to eat rotten manna, he decided to hold on to rotten manna and not be in a place of current of being current. The old experiences, the old victory, and the old things that he experienced caused him to fall into trouble. Not only did he sin with Bathsheba, he went ahead and instructed his soldiers to kill Bathsheba's husband Uriah on the battlefront. And Uriah was like his right-hand man. That was his strong man on the battlefront. Uriah had David's back. Now, if we think about that and relate it to Liberia, doesn't that sound familiar? There is so much familiarity when we link that, all these things we are talking about with the manner and with the situation with David. We can link it to Liberia in so many ways. We can link it to ourselves. Those of us who are in advocacy, we can link it so many ways, because some of us that are doing advocacy, we're just feeding all manner. All manner. Don't want to apply, don't want to get any fresh food to feed the people. They seem old food. Oh, yes, back in the day. And back in the day. And back in the day. And back in the day. That's all we hear. So we are saying to ourselves as humans and as Liberians, looking forward to Liberia experiencing a change, a turnover for the good of the people and for the good of the country. We are saying to us all, let us leave rotten manner alone. Let us look afresh. Let us have a current outlook of how we see ourselves. Let us trust God. The Bible says you have to march towards the mark of the high calling. He never said you should look back at your past experiences. He never said you should look back at your past victory. He never said put people into positions because of their past victories and their past accomplishments. Their past accomplishments were for that time to put Liberia, whoever put Liberia on the map, put Liberia on the map that time, Liberia celebrated that time. I don't know what century that, but we are in the 21st century. You cannot take the tactics of Tottenham, the rhetorics of Turboton, the tricks of Dotan, the suffering of Ellington. You cannot take the old things and apply it now. We have to look forward. We as human beings, we have to look forward. It is a dawn of a new day. So because it is a dawn of a new day, are we willing to receive the fresh manna from God to eat it? Or are we saying that, this dawn of the new day, the fresh manna that coming, I gotta go and eat my cold rest first before I can receive the fresh manna? Maybe the fresh manna now we eat some, now we keep some for tomorrow. Because that's how we just doing the cycle just continue. We must stop this thing here.
They
We
got
have
go,
to
go, you
move
got
forward.
all you correct.
Co-rest. That co-rest business can in trouble. We lack all things. We lack still things. We hold on. We have a taste for still things, for rotten things, things that bring us no good, things that will depress us, things that will keep us stuck in one place, things that will cause us not to experience change and experience the goodness of God, or even experience living while you are here on life, living happily here
Yeah.
on earth, rather I say here on life. That someone is sometimes the thoughts the crossover, but the audience understand. Things that will make you to be happy while you are living here on earth. We are not experiencing it because we keep eating rotten food, still manna, old food, stink food. We are refusing to receive fresh manna. And God is saying to us today, Liberian people, if you're listening, because some of you're listening from Liberia and you reach out to us, it is time for you to receive fresh manna from heaven. Forget the rotten food. The rotten food is gone. There's nothing you can do with rotten things. Rotten things will cause you to be ill. Rotten food will even give you food poisoning. It will cause you to be sick. Rotten food will cause you to die. And that's where we as Liberians will find ourselves now. So we are saying to you, rotten manna is not good for you. We must all embrace change. Change is fresh manna.
And in that light, viewer, in that light, we viewer is talking. She's talking like she using kind of metaphor, but because most of y'all will not get it, but she pushing on the change that look when y'all go to vote, the elections that coming up, y'all go by and choose rotten manner. You'll be stuck in your seam on you're stuck in the middle. Like I mean, it's so difficult for Liberian people to transition because they are afraid of the unknown. You need to try to learn how to transition because for you to know what's coming ahead of you, you have to transition into new things. You have to transition into the better way. Now, if you had a government that were there and they were doing the right thing, there is nothing wrong with voting them back into power. But if you see that things were not done right, and you see that people were not getting paid, now there is the hospital is the brain of the everything. The Grand Bassa Hospital is there in Grand Bassa, that government hospital in Grand Bassa. You think if these people have plan in place that the senator for Grand Bassa County, she was there 8 years. This woman did not do anything with that hospital. Another 8 years, jump on and voted her another 8 years. Grand Bassa Hospital was there before. People used to leave Monrovia to go to Grand Bassa Hospital. Now they knew the pandemic was here. Do you think that they should have revamped that hospital in minutes or you know what I mean minutes? I mean faster. In a fast way to preparedness because they knew the pandemic took over some countries and the pandemic has not gone away. We're taking vaccine and people are still getting sick. So they were going to prepare themselves and say, you know what, that people in that love the country would do that. Prepare the hospital, prepare those places, make sure maybe they're building or other, tents outside for to build a capacity for beds and stuff like that for the people to be able, just in case that anything happened, just in case. But because that people used to rotten manner, the same person was there 8 years, never did nothing for them. No change, nothing. But they're so used to rotten manner that they say, you know what? Because I don't know the unknown. I don't know the other person. The other person, I don't know them. So they hold on to the past that they know. But the past has done nothing for them whatsoever. Nothing. And that's why God, our people dying, the children are dying. And the thing that hurt us as individuals looking out from here to our country is that our children have no hope. Our children has no hope because the parents have deferred hope. They're stuck in the middle. They don't know how to transition. They do not. The people, you will see things that the legislatures, you will see things that the district heads doing that not right. And the people will still vote the same people back in. They will see fresh minds coming to change stuff. They will not accept it. They will say, no, we don't want the fresh man. They will hold on to the rotten manna. Although you need to throw the manna away and get a new one. God said, will bring the fresh manna from heaven for you to take it. You said, no, you holding on to that rotten manna. And you stuck on it and they rotting until you're eating it and they're killing you. And you're still voting the same people in to destroy the country. And you all want us to feel sorry. Yeah, we feel sorry because it's the human tendency. We will feel sorry. But at the end of the day, we too are human beings. We see things that we are hurt because the people not listening, they can't see, they're blind. And they say, oh, our people, they way behind because they still stuck in Todmont days. How can you compare Todmont time with 1971? That was Todmont time?
No, it was 74 time.
How can you compare Todmont time to wait 2021? In Todmont time, they put never have a flat phone set. The phone set where you can do the button a day. It was not there. Before I say the first phone where you can hold a day. It wasn't there. The telephone set when you finish with clan, then you got to call it clan, 2, 1. So how can you compare that time with this time? Because you are stuck in the past. Oh yeah, when Tower was Tower time, everything was all red. Tower was the best president. How are you voting in your community to make sure that you bring the best president than Tower time? Because you stuck in Tower time. Tower is not coming back. Wake up, smell a coffee. He's not coming back. Tower time, it passed. Why are you changing? Why are you moving forward? Why are your goals set? That election time, we're going to the community and we direct our people on how to put the right person because we're stuck in the right thing. And some of you are so stuck that even the people not doing the right thing, you're saying, no, that lie, the people doing the right thing because you stuck. You keep keeping the core red, the rotten manna, you will be eating the core red every day. You will eat it. You will eat the core red every day because you're stuck. You refuse to see. You refuse to see that things are not right. Just like the people of Asia. So they were stuck, they were going into circle. They were supposed to reach the problem and the people took hundreds, how many years they took?
I don't know, 40 years.
40 years. They were just going in circle because they were refusing to leave that slavery from Egypt. They still see themselves, although God said we free you, we finish free you, but they said, no, we still slave. We can't do it. We want to remain in slavery here. They couldn't, they did not want to accept it until poor Moses, who God had chosen to move them forward. Moses was so frustrated because he was in the flesh until Moses did not see the promised land because of the wickedness of the Israelites. Because they were stuck in the past. They were refusing to transition. Liberia has refused to transition. We're telling our people it's time to transition. They said no, in that time we can't do it. They're stuck eating rotten manna. Stuck eating rotten manna, and we came to share with you today. We telling you need to move forward because the people that you have voted in, they are not there for you. They are here for themselves. They owning $500,000 homes in America. It's not easy to own a home in America that says $500,000 home. You know the process you have to go through being black. It's a whole process where you have to go through to own a home. Just being black. And some of them own $500,000 because some of them came here, they get cash money. The bank will want to tell some of them to pay cash for the houses because they take the money away from the people after the people trusted them. But our people still cannot see that why the people are not for us because they are so stuck in the middle. They're afraid of the unknown. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, the woman was here. Yeah, she didn't feel the hospital. She didn't do nothing here. But Ali, when she was passing, she gave us some rest and oil. So we just show a lot of rest and oil. So, and the reason why we just got the other person coming, we didn't know whether they would give us rest and oil. Liberians in the diaspora, God has called you to teach your people. You need to call your people, your family members, and start teaching them. 2023 is crucial to Liberia. If you sit here and letting people go for rotten manner again in our country to destroy Liberia, it will be left on you. because even going on with everything that happening in the world, like people always experience the worst. All we thought that the pandemic was moving over and everything, that even if you go to Liberia, the people were prepared. The people were so stuck into writing man until the people getting the vaccine. Start to get your people the vaccine. Oh no, they said that, yeah, they thinking guys Liberians. They kept the vaccine because they wanted to sell the vaccine to the people. The poor people ain't got money, and then they won't sell the vaccine to them. Now the vaccine expired. They were using it quickly. They want to expire. Everything ran out. Now they're begging because there was no preparedness. Rotten manner. Liberians, open your eyes. Open your eyes, because God can only do what He can do. You have to say God gave us the free will to choose. He is not a demanding God to be on and say, "Oh no, you gotta do that." Back in the day when Jesus Christ came, was over. God said you have to choose between good and evil. What you choose, that what you will live with. And so, all the way in the world, most of the families were wiped out, and you're still going on rotten manner, because now most of your families again, people families are dying, being wiping out people, children, their elderly parents that supposed to live, because old people can fight this thing as well. People just dying. My friends calling me, they're crying to me. Grace, I just lost the person. I just lost that person. Open your eyes, Liberia. Do not be stuck in the middle. Try to transition Liberia into a better place. Try to transition Liberia into a better. It's very, very important for our future generation of children. Because Liberian children, the ones that are here, there will come a time in this world we might not be here. They will move back to Liberia to try to bring Liberia back. Where are they going to meet? And they're going to join forces with the ones that are there. What are you teaching them there? For them to join forces with the ones that are here to bring Liberia up on the map again as a way, more than what it used to be. Not in Todmonton or Toboton or Joseph Barkley or whosoever the Barkley is his time. But what now? And what are we moving to? Although we don't know the unknown, but God said we should move forward and we should make plans and we should have faith and we should strategize and we should execute. Are you executing in your position where you are? Are you executing, or are you the people that suffering, the small amount of people who got sent to say that, what, this thing is not working, so the person cannot be in the position anymore? You're giving the people leverage, and then they're all in the planes, they're in first class, taking pictures, sending it on your Facebook so you can see it. Why your children don't have nowhere to go, no money to go to school, they don't have food to eat, they can't even afford hospital. Rotten manner. If you're coming so we can do our work.
Yeah, and we are telling our listeners, and when it's time, we're planning on, we ourselves will be a part of the teaching process to our brothers and sisters, to make the right decision come 2023. And then one thing we're telling them also, and we're telling ourselves too, is you're not going to mix the rotten manna with the fresh manna. Those two things don't go together. You either receive fresh manna or you hold on to your rotten manna. Because if you mix fresh food and rotten food, the food, all of the food will get rotten. Basically, all of it will get rotten. You're not going to be able to separate the rotten from the good. So we are saying it's time for a turnover. It's time for a change. It's time to believe God. We hear always that Liberia is built on a Christian foundation. Liberia is built on Christian principles. But none of the principles are ever applied. It's like people just say it verbally, but they really don't believe it. They don't believe it. We are just like the children of Israel. We want to move forward. We say we want to move forward. We think we want to move forward. But then when the chance is given to us to move forward, we become afraid. And we say, oh no, we'd rather stay in Egypt. Because, even though we were suffering in Egypt, at least some days, they used to smile with us and let us to go outside a little bit to catch a breeze. At least this used to happen. At least that used to happen. At least the other one used to happen. We cannot keep that mindset anymore. We cannot keep that at least mindset anymore. Or, Taylor time, things were tough. But at least when you see some of your friends on the street, or you see some people on the street, when you ask them, they will give you list something. Or, Ellington, things were tougher. But when you see some people, when you ask them, the people were not that mean to us. They were nice to us. We got to get out of the at least mentality, this at least mindset. That's rotten manner. What you experience during turbo time, what you experience during early time, dual time, whoever time, that time is past. It's gone. God put our eyes in front for a reason. He didn't put eyes behind our head. Our eyes are in front for us to look forward. Our eyes are in front of us to be visionaries. And people who like rotten manner, they have no vision. They have no vision. They lack vision. They are perishing from rotten food. They continue to eat rotten food, and the rotten food causing them to die. And they continue to eat and take in rotten food. Why would something keep killing you and you keep eating it? Why would we do that to ourselves? The very people that we have put into the place of position who's supposed to look out for us, who promise to look out for us, who promise to do good, who promise to do better than the last, the people who promise to be fresh manna, they come and they make all the promises just for us to find out they're very rotten. They're even rotten more than the rotten manna that you threw away yesterday. The rotten manna that you said yearning for yesterday, the one that you have now, they're even more rotten than the one that you're holding on or you yearning from yesterday. So the bottom line is that if we see something that is not good for us, it is our responsibility. It is not no one else's responsibility. It is our individual responsibility to make the change, to teach the next person. Go to your neighbor, teach your neighbor, each one teach one. And that's the only way we're going to get this thing right. We're going to keep talking. Stop. Don't let your taste be too used to eating rotten food. At the end of the day, there's good food to eat. There's good food to taste. And there's good food to eat and live healthily. Why we continue to eat rotten food and we keep dying, we keep being malnourished, we keep being everything, we can't move forward, we just stuck, we can't go, we can't come, we just stuck. And then we're just complacent in the place of being stuck, and the place of poverty, the place of death, the place of owning nothing, the place of dirt. Look at Liberia, how dirty it is. I've never seen a dirty country like that before. Not even any time. Let me go back into my own nostalgia. Normal days, Liberia were never dirty like that. I'm going back for my own rotten manner right now. But I will get over it. I will move forward. It was never dirty like that. So we come on, us. Come on.
No, we will get into our quick announcement. I'm trying to see if I can put a screen up. We're getting to our quick announcement.
Rotten manner is not good food. Change your taste, but try and taste something different. Change is good. Change is scary, but it is good. It is for the better. Let us do better. You know, it's time for us. It's time for a proper transition. It's time for a proper turnover, people. You
It
know,
is.
even
It
in
is.
our own individual lives, as individual living day by day. Not saying specifically to the country or to anybody else. We eat a lot of rotten manna, and we must all examine ourselves and make a difference.
Okay, so guys, if you see on the thank you for if you see on the screen, we had to do a flip, a quick share. Lawani Librarian with me, Advocacy Network International. We are having a masquerade party for a cause. So we are having a masquerade party for a cause. Will be held at the Sheraton Hotel in Silver Spring, Maryland, right here.
Rockville.
Yeah.
Rockville, Maryland.
No, Rockville, Maryland, in Sheraton Hotel. So I have the flyer up there. I will be sharing it with you guys. And you, once you want to attend the program, all you have to do is just contact us or just send your money on Cash App. We'll put your name down, and you can come to the program. So you can also call the number there. It shows that you can book a room in the Sheraton Hotel for the night, and so you can be a part of the program because it will last until the early mornings, right? 1 o'clock in the morning or so. It starts at 7. We'll be having a very nice program. It's a formal attire dressing. You come in with your masquerade mask on. And the thing is that the capacity, Vera will come in to talk about that. The capacity is limited. So the people who book early, that's the people we will have. Then later on, we'll start receiving because we want to make sure we put in all our protocols concerning COVID-19. It will be a beautiful event. So you will be served food at the event and also drinks, and will be also serving alcohol, but you will have to buy the alcohol. The food and the drinks are free. So it will be a beautiful. We will have live performances, and we'll be partnering with Dance Our Night Away. Our DJ is LJ Jones. He will be coming into DJ for us. Where you want to come in? Because you really want to know most about this whole masquerade party. I
Yeah.
know, but we plan together, and she is the actual planner.
Yeah, so some people didn't get a message that we cancel our virtual masquerade that was supposed to be held yesterday. Actually, we canceled it because we had gotten a lot of complaints that people were tired with the whole virtual thing, and people wanted to actually meet in person because everywhere were open up, and so we went ahead and canceled. Some people didn't get our message, and we went about and apologized to them. So we have rescheduled. It's gonna be held on August 14th, and it's going to be at the Sheraton Hotel in Rockville Sheraton Hotel. The number is on the flyer if you want to book a room there, because and it will be until your convenience, because the location is in the same hotel. The conference room, the event room is where we're having a hotel. So it's only to your advantage if you want to stay at the hotel. That way you don't have to drive from point A to point B to get to the location. Be very convenient for you. We have our RSVP time on the flyer. It's gonna be the 25th of July. Now we have the capacity is limited. So we have to observe social distancing and safety protocols per the hotel. We have to observe that. So the limited amount of people we are going to be taking for the program will be about 65. So soon as we meet that 65 number of people that we reserve for the program, we are going to cut it off. We're not going to be taking any more attendance because we cannot go against what the hotel have put in place for their safety measures. So that is it. We want you to come out. We're going to have food. We're going to have drinks, like Grace said. We're going to show you a good time. We're going to have a little program. We're going to talk about the charity for which we are doing the fundraising. As you guys know, we are an advocacy group and we do a lot of work. So we're trying to raise funds for the work that we do to assist us to do more. So if you would like to be a part, and we would like you to be a part, our contact number is on the bottom of the flyer. The Cash App and the cell number is on the flyer also. So if you wish to come and support us, we would be glad to see you. But if you wish to do so, our numbers are there. We will call you. If you call us, you don't get an answer, leave a message and we will surely return your call back. If you send us your money, we will send you an acknowledgement that we have sent you your money. We're gonna we're gonna set up an invite, and we're gonna ask you if you call and say you're interested, we're gonna send you the link to the invite, and then you go and RSVP, and then we'll have you booked for the occasion. Whoever you want to come out, you want to hear about a good cause, you want to be a part of a good cause, you want to donate towards it, we will appreciate it. It's all in the name of saving, helping our brothers and sisters. We don't do it for ourselves. Whatever we do it for the sake of God, and we do it for the sake of our brothers and sisters. So we're just telling you the information is out there. Just know that the capacity we're booking for is only 65 max.
Yeah,
So
we
if
are booking for 65 max, but the hall takes 100.
no, the capacity of the hall is 80.
It's 80. But because we want to make sure that we are spread out, so we only going to be 65 in our hall that night. And the program is kind of cheap. I mean, for you to have free food, come and party and see live performances and have some good time. Come with your masquerade mask. We'll have some masquerade masks outside the door just in case you don't come with it. We will want you to buy it to put it on, because we will have something called what's behind the mask. So you will have to be having the mask on to enter the program. And so if you don't come with your masquerade mask, we'll be having some masks at the door for sale. It would, it would be also all that sale would be going to the organization. We want to share with you that we have a transition house in Liberia that help rape victims and also women that suffer from domestic violence. And we have to support that home. We have to take care of those kids, those women. So we want you to, and we also have a boy now that was molested that we really want to pay attention to in Liberia. So the money and everything we generate is going to go to that cause. Frey, you want to come in?
Yeah, and the patronage is on the flyer also. So if you're a single person It's $45 for a ticket. If you're married, it's $80 on the ticket. So I mean, you're free. If you're married, you want to bring your wife, you want to bring your husband, you can come as a single person, you can come as a couple, whichever is yours, whichever choice is good for you is good for you.
It's
But
good for you.
it's on there. But we just want to let you know that if you're intending on coming, make sure you are booking, you are RSVP before the July 25th, because by close of business, July 25th, or even before July 25th, as soon as we hit the max number of 65, we're closing down, receiving people to attend the occasion. So
We
we'll
will,
hope to see you. We hope you get to know. Even if you choose not to want to come to attend, you can still support the organization. You can send a donation and we'll still take it. If you choose not to come to the organization and wish to donate, just let us know and we appreciate your donation towards the organization.
you can choose to not to come and donate, but you want to come because the program is going to be beautiful. We're going to have a lady from California coming in. She will have a booth at the program. Also, she will talk 10 minutes on investment, and she was, so you're going to get something out of the program. So you're going to learn something, she's going to be able to tell you, because we tired with people doing, how they call it, GoFundMe and Cash App. Everything is a Cash App. Even they fire the minister. The minister was fired from his job. Right away, they open a GoFundMe for him. How can that be? So she's gonna teach you how to not, for you to have your investment that you will not need for anybody to open GoFundMe for you for anything. Because when you invest, when time comes, when it is rainy day, you can go into your investment and take out and be able to help yourself with it. So there will be a teachable movement where this will come and she will teach you, and then she will, for 10 minutes, and she will have her put there, take your number down, and she can then you can call her, and then she can tell you how to do it. And we will have all of that there. So, and just imagine for one person for 45 with all that knowledge and all the food that you will have and the drinks and everything. And then you will party, we will dance. So come party with us. We're gonna party with for purpose. We want you to come out and party with us. As we said to you, if you I will reiterate it, we're gonna the capacity will be 65, although the hall takes 80 people, but because of the coronavirus and social distancing, now the coronavirus is not much in America anymore. Everybody finished taking the vaccines and stuff, so we'll be good about that. But we'll make sure we have sanitizer there and stuff for you to use as well before you enter the hall. Okay, so we will move on from there. Except if wants to say something else.
No, that is it, my dear. I think we've said enough about it. The deadline is July 25th. If you wish to be a part of it, just make sure you call us or you send your information and then we'll have you on the list.
Yeah, and we're gonna dress up. You want to come and meet me if you are, come and meet us at that day, because we'll be at least I would like to meet some of you in person. It would be a beautiful occasion. And you may make sure you dress up in your formal attire. We're not gonna allow people coming in jeans and t-shirt, and no, it's not happening. So that's it. But then we have to close now. So I just wanted to ask a question to you. How will you find out if you never try? So how will you remove yourself? How will you transition into another era of your own life if you just didn't even try at all? You just remain where you are, and some people they say, "Oh yeah, I've been working on my job for 40 years in the same old position." They bring other people, they bring the people they over you, you train the people, and then they get the people position over you, but you still stuck, because you so afraid of the unknown, so you don't want to vash up there to say, what, I'm going to find me another job because I have to transition for this is not good for me, and you get stuck into that position because you did not try. Rotten manner, because you did not try to say, what, it's time for me to go. The people don't appreciate me here, and maybe I can go to a better place. I can do something else, and maybe that's what God want you to do. And that's why he keep on allowing and not to even promote you on the job, because he want you to change your location. He want you to change your position, and you refuse to change your position because you are stuck, because you are afraid of the unknown. But how will you know that there are better days ahead of you if you did not try? How will you know? So stop dwelling on rotten manna. Start eating it up. God say you might lead a team tomorrow. He will provide another means for you. Let it go. Let the bad leaders in Liberia, let them go during the election, so we can bring new people in to change Liberia for us. And so Liberia can be a happy place for us all. Because even if you live out of the country, it's hard for you to see your country going on like that. I want to welcome Musu, and I want to welcome Kobo James, Prophet Sango. I want to welcome him. Diana Curtis. I want to welcome them all. We are about to leave. I just want to thank you, Karen, Pauline, Maximo, for watching. We appreciate you guys. Vera, you want to say your last statement before we go?
Yeah, I just wanted to say to us all that, when Martin Luther King started his advocacy, and like I think we talked about him before, he really didn't start the movement, but when he was into the advocacy and he was advocating for change for us Black people, it was not just for his time, it was a generational change. And because of his advocacy, because he refused to hold on to rotten manner, because he always knew there were all there he looked forward to fresh manna. And that is why today we sit in this country, us all, and we are enjoying the privileges that we are enjoying. Not that the privileges are perfect, but these are privileges we did not have before. Because of his generational advocacy, we sit here today and we are able to speak for our own people, and we are able to advocate for our own people. So we are telling our people, leave rotten manna alone. Rotten manna will cause you to stay in the wilderness for 40 years.
Yeah.
Leave rotten manna alone. It's time to get out of the wilderness, like Liberian people. It's time. We've been stuck in the wilderness trying to eat rotten manna, and when God said, I will provide new manna for you every day, when you eat for the day and just go to bed and wake up in the morning and you see new food and you say no, you start storing the kobo. It's time for us to let go of kobo. It's time to let that corporate mentality go. Look forward to the future. Look forward to something new. Look forward to change. Look forward to a better transition. 40 years is too long to be in the wilderness, Liberian people. It is time for us to change. It is time for us to flip the whatever, flip the table or whatever we got to flip. It is time for us to move in a different direction. And moving in a different direction means that we have to look towards the mark of the high calling. The high calling is not an easy calling. We have to look towards it. Not They didn't say look backwards. Oh, the power didn't say look backwards. The power said look towards the high calling means that your apple have to be in front of you, not looking back. Forget about past victories. Forget about past experiences, past glory, the past homes you have, the past rhetoric. Those are all rotten manner. It's time to let go of it, and it's time for us to build Liberia again in our own lives. It's time for us to make our generation a change, because we are fading away. The next generation is behind us, and they deserve better. They don't deserve to eat no rotten food.
Thank you, Vera. And don't be like Lot's wife. They told her to leave Sodom and Gomorrah, and God told them specific instruction to not turn back. And she refused. She said she had to, because she started thinking about everything that she was losing there, rotten manna. And she looked back and turned into a pillar of salt. It would not happen nowadays, but it would happen in a whole different direction now. So Liberians are example of writing manner. The hope has been deferred. It is like you are tired. You guys are like you just like, okay, now anything can happen. Me, I care again. Let it just happen. The real symptom of writing manner that Liberian people, oh, you know what, what we'll do now. One boy told me, he said, yeah, but everybody just voting, they put it in, so we just join and we just care about vote for them. But what are your one folk who have changed things around? So which manner are we eating in Liberia? Are we ready to change from eating rotten manna, kobo, the rotten manna destroying our country by the day, until we can see the light? I want to thank you guys for watching Split Talk, the Ninth Generation. This is the platform for Lawani, and we are here always on Sunday at 7 p.m. We talk different topics and give you different information. Our friend Musu said that what is knowledge if you cannot share it? So we are sharing with you guys. Have a blessed week. God bless you and have a good night. Thank you for watching.